All right. I think we're live. I think. Um, Hopefully we're live over there. Kind of looks like it. Okay. So today I'm going to be kind of like the anti-New Year message. Right now I'm getting a lot of marketing sent to me about, oh, make your resolutions, make your plans for 2025. Create this new plan and oh my gosh, it's so exciting and it's not, it's just another day, right? It's just another day in our life. Really, it's the same as yesterday and probably will look a lot like tomorrow. Um, there's a lot of pressure put on us socially right now to see New Year's as like it has this expectation around it as a new beginning. And yes, it is. In the Gregorian calendar, we started 2025, right? We started a year. But the Chinese calendar starts New Year in February, right? So there's an opportunity for a new beginning there. Um, the concept of a new beginning is great. I mean, I really do love that concept that we get to reset, but we get to reset every day, and I think that there's a social expectation or pressure put on us. And so what happens is, gosh, we make resolutions, right? And resolutions are based in something good. We make resolutions because it feels good and it's something that we want, right? It's something that we desire and we haven't done for whatever reason up to now. And that's where the opportunity or the setup for failure comes in, right? So if you, I'm going to choose, right? So I did some research this morning, got on the old Google machine. Um, One research study done said that 80% of resolutions fail. And one of the most chosen resolutions is around exercise, because, of course, many of us, have a desire to increase our health and well-being, and we do that through movement. And so there's this push to have resolutions around exercise and our fitness. Some of the most some of the most successful people around with being, just like crushing their fitness right now are, however, not people that made New Year's resolutions. They were people that decided at some point that they were going to change their fitness. And I've got a whole group of people that I follow that are right now training for a triathlon. And these are not people that if you met them on the street, you would think, oh, these are triathletes. That's amazing. And it didn't require a January 1st commitment, right? A decision. Um, so often these January 1st decisions around, say, our fitness or our business goals, they're set up for failure because 80% of them are going to fail before February 1st. We're going to give up because it's not necessarily something that we're going to do. Otherwise, we would have been doing it in September, and we would have been doing it in June, and we would have been doing it in March, right? So we create these kind of what I'm going to call unrealistic. They're not unrealistic maybe for other people, but they're kind of unrealistic for you and where you are right now in your life and your mindset, right? Your brain hasn't wrapped itself around having that kind of success. And so it's a setup for failure, which means that in February, you get to look back and go, oh, see, I didn't do it. I was bad at it. I'm not good at this. And you create and feed the storyline of I'm not. I was just having this conversation with a friend last night. She took on I want to say a couple of years ago now, the practice of cold water plunging, essentially. And she has still in her mind a story around she's not a cold water person, or she doesn't like cold water, or she's not good at cold water, right? She's not a person who can do cold water plunges. After like 2 years, she still got the story, kind of the storyline running through, even though evidence shows She does a cold water plunge every single day. She did a cold water plunge in my pool yesterday. My pool is pretty darn cold right now. And, she crushes it every time and she feels great and she feels invigorated and her body loves it. It wasn't a New Year's resolution, right? It was something that she finally concluded that this is something that actually has a benefit for her and makes her feel good. And so she's continued to do it. And this is how successful patterns are born. This is how successful habits are born. This is how success is born, not kind of like this all in frantic, yes, this is what I'm going to do. And then failing at it and feeding the story of, but I'm not good at that. Oh, but really, I can't do that. Right. So let's not do it. So if you set a New Year's resolution for yourself, I want you to ditch it. Right. I want you to consciously choose to ditch the resolution and win at that, win at choosing. If it's something that you really want to create a pattern or habit in your life, and you feel like, yep, this is something that I'm really good at, but I have never done before, then let's talk about how to create an exploration of it. Let's talk about how to make it fun. Let's talk about how to make it easy. Let's talk about how to make it consistent. Um, if it's something that you're already doing and you just want to kind of double down on, well, then great. It really isn't a New Year's resolution anyway. You're just recommitting and doubling down on your commitment that you already have in place. It's not an opportunity for failure at all, right? Let's not package it in a way that sets us up for failure. Let's package it in a way that sets us up for success. Feels so much better, doesn't it? So, um, the new year comes at a reflective time in the year, right? So for those of us in the northern hemisphere, we are in the throes of winter. The days are finally like creeping up in daylight length. We're getting a little bit more daylight. um, it's no longer dark here at 4:45. Now it's 5 o'clock ish, right? So we're coming out of this slowing down period, this reflective period. We still have a month to go before we are really coming out of the winter. Um, but we're looking forward, right? We're looking forward to spring. We're looking forward to growth again. That's the cycle of nature, and our lives are tied to nature. So let's look forward, right? Let's look forward to the good and the blooming and the sprouting and the production that spring brings, and look at what's working and what hasn't worked, right? So failure is actually an opportunity to reevaluate and find a new path forward. Um, if you think about, water as it flows downhill, there are paths that water can't pass and it just finds another path. Well, we want to kind of be like water. Okay, that failure was a failure. Why? What happened? What got in the way? Well, let's find a way around it. Let's find a new path. Let's find a new path forward. Not set it up for failure with a resolution, right? I'm going to resolve to exercise 4 days a week from no days a week or one day a week. It's a setup for failure. So let's find a new way. Let's find a new path forward. Let's get curious. And that's kind of my superpower. Like let's dig in and find the path forward. Let's dig in and find the curiosity. Let's find the path forward of least resistance and feel good about it. Be able to feel good about it. Let's not feed the story of failure or I'm not good at or I'm not the kind of person who. Let's reset those storylines. All right. So that's enough of me talking about why ditching your resolutions is, in fact, the best path forward. As always, if you have questions or you want to just talk it through with me, just DM me, send me a message, no problem. And if you're just looking for that extra boost of gratitude, remember that you can always grab my 28 days of gratitude for business, because gratitude is always the best path forward. All right. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. I will continue to see you here on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Look for me here or in my YouTube channel. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Go ditch those resolutions and be a winner.